When it comes to Ashley Gonzalez, Black America needs to get the fuck over it. Latinos are gonna say whatever the fuck we want. Alright?
I've been watching what's going on online with this Ashley Gonzalez thing, and I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. The reason why Latins will never, ever be able to accomplish what black people can accomplish is because I know if y'all haven't traveled to these Latin countries, a lot of y'all won't know this. Latins are way more divided than what black people are. See, they don't tell y'all that. Okay, Latins operate with this tribalism mindset, not only given the fact that it's a bunch of countries in South America who are always competing against each other, but they in the same vicinity as each other, but most of them do not like each other. If you're not a part of their family, you're not their girlfriend, you're not their wife, you're not their cousin, their uncle. If you are not their immediate family, they could give a fuck about you. That's how Latins operate. They will all be in the same room. All these people, but if they don't know your ass, they don't give a fuck how you eat. They don't care what happened to you. All they got is this survival of the fittest mindset. And to be real, a lot of Latinos, man, they will compete with their neighbor at any cost, even if it means sacrificing them. And black people don't operate like that. The reason why I say that is because when we have something going on, we get together as a group and we decide what we're going to do. And you know, the most pivotal thing is when there's a black person that is not on code, what do? We hold them accountable. Other groups don't do that. Other groups ain't going to do that. Who going to hold Emilio accountable? Who going to hold Juan accountable? Nobody. Because all they care about is how they get that next plate, how they get that next check, how they feed their kids. That's all they give a fuck about. So if they need to do something, if they need to organize and do something, the only people they can rely on are small groups and politicians. But if small groups and politicians do not do nothing for them, they'll never get shit done. And that's the opposite for black people. We can't rely on small groups because a lot of them sell out. We can't rely on politicians because a lot of them sell us out. So we got to go out there in the streets by our goddamn self and get what we need done. And I'm happy that this shit happening where all these Latins coming out being openly racist to all these black people, because now we understand as a group that we all we got.
Black Americans, we're not perfect. No group of people is, but I feel like we're a very welcoming culture. And here's 3 examples. First one is Snoop Dogg, one of the most successful rappers of all time.
Me and Jesus whipping through the Molly. Yes, we on the west again. It wouldn't be LA without Mexicans. Black love, brown pride in the sets again.
The second example is Tupac. One of the most successful is DMX, one of the most successful rappers of all time. He did this video as a tribute to his Mexican friend Kato. If you're a Mexican who's watching this video, can you give me an example of a Mexican celebrity or superstar who pays this type of homage to the Afro-Mexicans? Probably not. And I'm not racist, and that's why I disagree with Dr. Umar on a lot of things. He believes that only black people should be able to do hip-hop. And I don't agree with that, but I do agree with his statement that basically anybody can come in our culture and become a superstar, but we can't do that. We can't go into other cultures and be accepted that way. So while we're definitely not perfect, no group of people is, I feel like we definitely show a lot more love than we get.
I was in the middle of putting my eyelashes on when I came across a couple of videos about Ashley Gonzalez. So you know there's people defending her, mostly Hispanics, saying we can say whatever we want as Hispanics. Then another video said a certain culture, meaning us, uses that word to weaponize people. That lady even went as far as to say that push people to call us that name. Y'all, I am so confused as to why even that word would be used if we would push you. When someone else pushes you to your limit, y'all use that word towards them? Or is it because you're racist?
This whole Ashley Gonzalez thing is actually an amazing lesson, teachable lesson on what is actually racism. A lot of people really don't know what racism is. They confuse it a lot of the time with just simply being prejudice or discriminatory, you know, those types of things. They confuse and conflate those two things with racism. Racism is a systematic type of oppression. It is very systematic. If you don't have a system attached to the discriminatory actions, the oppression, the predator or prejudice type of, you know, actions, it's really not racism. It's just being prejudiced or being biased or whatever the case may be, or having a very disheartening opinion about other people.
The situation just flipped and nobody saw this coming. After Ashley Gonzalez started trending, some voices online stepped in to defend her. But that's when things took a turn. Black commentators quickly pushed back, questioning the full story and calling out what they saw as missing context. Clips started going viral, reactions poured in. Some said the defense ignored key details, while others argued the backlash went too far. Either way, the debate is just getting louder by the minute. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're new here, do let us know where you're watching us from. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. Video credit goes to the original creators for every video used in this episode. Let's get to the video. I'll be right back with more commentaries.
Let you know now, I'm coming for your badge, bitch. Because you would not use the N-word and talk about black people and think you gonna still be holding the badge in my damn city. And I meant what I said, because I'm for law enforcement, but I'm not for racists that wears a badge.
A lot of black people have been talking about this Ashley Gonzalez situation. And you know what I noticed consistently? I didn't hear black people saying a bunch of slurs about Hispanics or Mexicans in particular. I didn't even hear that. And black folks know slurs for them. And all the videos I heard, they called her Ashley Gonzalez, called her by her name. They didn't call her out of her name. And even some of the Latinos that's defending her are saying, black people use this situation to come at us. What? No. This situation brought up something that had been going on. It just was not really outspoken. It wasn't spoken enough. Let me say that much. It wasn't spoken out enough. And the Ashley Gonzalez situation exposed to the point that now everybody's talking about it. Everybody's sharing their stories about what happened to them on jobs and things like that. It didn't spring out of nowhere because that stuff been going on.
Ashley Gonzalez is a representation of the Latino community. If you don't agree with that, then start asking it. Because we're over here on comments talking about not me. Okay, then speak it. Right? When there's problematic anti-black people around you, whether that's your family or friends or people around you, say something. You don't. You don't because it's uncomfortable. You don't because you don't want to burn bridges. You don't because you don't want to be disowned. You don't want to rock the boat. And maybe it's because you yourself understand that when someone who you know says something that's anti-black, it's not really anti-black because it's meant out of love. When you call a Latino who is much more darker skinned, prieto, prieta, darky, dark girl, dark boy, that in itself propagates anti-blackness.
First of all, on TikTok, all I'm seeing is videos, right, of black Americans making it seem like we're all like that. And it started with Latinos saying, no, we're not. Like, that's an Ashley Gonzalez thing. Like, I was one of the first ones that made a video saying that, like, that's a her thing. That's not a us thing. You know what I'm saying? But these videos keep going viral on TikTok where black people are trying to say that, no, this is how Latinos are, that they don't like black people, this and that. And now it's getting to the point where it's not even about Ashley Gonzalez no more, because now a lot of Latinos are seeing this video and they feel like they have to defend themselves. And although I understand why a lot of black people is pissed off at that video, right, rightfully so, I feel like the energy should have been directed at Ashley Gonzalez instead of trying to say that all Latinos are like that, because at this point, Latinos are now seeing these videos and they're just responding and now they're defending themselves. So now it's like getting weird. And that's where the division is coming from. That's why I said that it's messed up that all those videos are going viral about a lot of black people trying to make it seem like all Latinos are like that, because it's not true. And then now Latinos are coming to defend themselves. Like, at this point, it's not even about Ashley Gonzalez no more. Now it's about blacks versus Latino. So I didn't make that up trying to be divisive or trying to cause division. I'm just saying, like, send the energy where it belongs.
See, one thing you gotta know, a lot of people say, oh, black people racist. No, we are biased. And it's biased. We are defensively biased due to the fact that we know that a lot of people, a lot of cultures do not like us. So you could try to say, oh, y'all racist, y'all hate each other. You could say whatever you try to want to say. That's BS.
And let's just sit here and be real. Let's say the quiet part out loud. I'll do it. The thing about people like Ashley Gonzalez is that there's a whole lot more of her that exists in the Latino community. Of all Latinos, anti-Blackness really needs to be worked on in our community. I think it's great when I see like comments and people saying like, oh, we don't associate with her. We don't count her in our group. Actually, there's a lot more of her, sadly.
Now the internet is split and everyone is picking sides. But the real question is what actually happened and who got it right? You might have missed what was said at the beginning of this video. Watch it again. This could change everything. If you value conversations that go deeper than headlines, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on your notifications so you never miss future discussions. This channel exists because of you. Our conversations like this matter because you engage. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay compassionate, and most importantly, stay active in the dialogue. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.